What's up, YouTube? What up, friends and fam? It's your boy Kenny Lucas back at it. Another video from fucking Puerto Rico. Yeah, we're here in Puerto Rico. Man, when adversity strikes, adversity strikes. We're still having fun down here and all that. But let me break down what's happened over the last couple days. I don't think I went into detail about my Airbnb. I've been having trouble with some of the fixtures there. I've been kind of just writing it off, like, you know, it is what it is. But now I'm to the point, I moved out of that Airbnb, got another Airbnb, because yesterday we had a real bad rainstorm and my place flooded, you know what I'm saying? Like, my place flooded, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, talk to the fucking owner of the Airbnb. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to a hotel. I can't live like this with electricity everywhere, and you got fucking how many inches of rain was down there? Like 5 inches in my fucking basement. Like, all of a sudden this fucking storm came out of nowhere. I was actually driving in it, and then I got home safely. I don't even know where I was at. I was checking out a grocery store or something, trying to find that organic pollo. Still haven't found yet on the island. And then I'm on my way home and whatever, I'm just like doing some work on the laptop, then boom, all of a sudden it starts downpouring. I'm like, oh fuck, this is cool. And then it got real not cool real quick, I'll tell you that. Cause like it was like banging on my fucking on the roof there. And then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, like I started thinking, I'm like, this rain is real bad. I'm in the basement, like it's gonna flood. Like it fucking like occurred to me, this shit's gonna flood. Like if it's a flash flood type shit, which I've been in flash floods before in South Florida, well, one in particular, but yesterday was a flash flood. It didn't flash flood my basement per se, but I was thinking like on the terms like, yeah, it's gonna flash flood. So grabbed all my shit, got out of there, and then while I was grabbing my shit, I already knew, like, I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. But then it started really coming into my apartment, like the whole floor is fucking soaked right now. And I called the landlord. I'm like, dude, like, you have an unfinished basement down here, you gotta fix this shit, because that was the second time it's flooded since I've been down there. I just haven't told y'all anything. It's just unfinished, man. Like, the cockroaches can come in there because the doors aren't sealed off correctly. He's just fucked, man, for doing that. Like, they're just, like, I don't talk shit about people unless I'm able to say it to their face. I said all this to his face, so don't think I'm like, I ain't talking shit behind this dude's back. He knows it. Like, I dealt it to him, like, dude, like you're renting out an unfixed Airbnb, or you're renting out something that's not even fucking finished. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean? And I broke it down like this. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can give me my money back, or we can figure out like a money thing, like how much you owe me, how much you're gonna pay me, because I had to go spend fucking $300 yesterday on hotel for last night and then tonight. And then he's just like, oh, just go through Airbnb. I'm like, all right, dude, talk to my lawyer then if that's what you want to do. So that's the route I'm going. Like, that's, to me, I explained to him, like, dude, I own a business, I operate a business too. I don't understand how you have somebody here willing to work things out without going to the courts about it, and you're saying just go to the courts about it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'd rather I'll square up with anybody as far as payment goes. If I do somebody wrong, like this guy did me wrong, I immediately want to square up with them, so they don't run to no authorities. They don't run to writing bad comments, reviews on my site, or potentially shutting me down. Like, I don't want any of that for my business. So when somebody complains about me, I'm like, hey, let's make it right. That's my main goal. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's what I do. Like, we've hit a roof before with a branch, and you know, I talked to the guy about it. I gave, you know, I think he gave me like $4,000 for the job, and I gave him $500 back right there and then and there. I was like, fuck it, dude, just, you know what I mean? Like, handle that yourself. I don't really have time to be fixing that, or finding somebody. At first I was like, yeah, let me find somebody for you, but I'm like, no, I'll just give you the $500. Like, he told me it would be like $200 material. I'm like, here's $500, go take care of it. That's just the type of business I am. or that's the type of business I like to practice. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, in today's society, a lot of people have this shit backwards, man. From Airbnbs to hotels, like, for those, for example, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, to me, which I don't do this, I don't know too many tree companies that do this. It's like saying that we show up, I quote the job, if you want to do the job, you have to pay in full before we even do the job. Like, we don't do that in the tree industry. We don't do that in the landscaping industry. To my knowledge, I don't know too many people doing that at all. Maybe I can really sit down and think, like, but like, why is it okay to do that through Airbnb or through hotels? Like, I feel, I don't know what happened, but back in the day, you didn't have to do that. You would go to a hotel, have your night, whatever, they'd tell you how much it was, and then you'd check out, and then you'd pay them. You know what I'm saying? Because then if there's issues with the room, you don't have to fucking pay them. You know what I mean? It's just common sense. Just like same thing with the tree work. If we're gonna fucking demolish your fucking house, like, they're not gonna pay us. I don't expect you to pay me. You know what I mean? Like, we did a shitty job. Like, I don't want to get paid for doing a shitty job. And some people love getting paid to doing a shitty job. And I don't agree with it. I don't get it. You know, they trying to get by on you or some shit. Like, I pray for them. I honestly do pray for people like that. Because it's like, man, dude, like, you got a lot of fucking shit to learn. I'm just gonna pray for you because I know your karmic debt is coming at you, man, you know? Like, even if I don't get this guy in court or whatever, his karmic debt is, it's real. Like, it's, even that apartment down there, like, it's flooded out. It's finished. Like, he has tiles and shit and electric and everything, but I feel like he has thousands of dollars to put into it because he was trying to do it, you know, he did the finished product before he did the actual structure. Like, you know, some people are just making it look good on the outside instead of focusing on the foundation and having the foundation tight, making it waterproof. But then once the rainstorms come, you're fucked. You know what I mean? This applies to a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, once that little adversity comes, you're fucked. So, you know, I've been experiencing a little bit of adversity today. Between that, I rented a hotel too last night, and then I couldn't get my money back, long story short. But these are the risks that we take, and these are the things that become easier and easier to take losses and use them as your advantage. You know what I mean? Like, the quicker you can take a loss and use it into your advantage, you're all set. Like, you're on your way to the top. That's what I firmly do believe. Like, you lose $300, right? That's what I lost yesterday when I rented that hotel. I couldn't go to the hotel because I'm not fucking vaccinated. They need your vaccine card. And could I have fucking tried to fake a vaccine card? Yeah, sure. But would they have thrown me in fucking jail if they found out it was fake? Probably, yeah. So it wasn't worth the risk to me. And then also, it's not worth the karmic debt from that. You know what I mean? Oh, let me fake this so I can go fit in with a fake ass crowd that's only allowing people with a vaccine to come in. That's like, nah, I'm good with all that. So, long story short, I hit up this lady I met up with earlier. She was nice enough when I first got down here to show me her Airbnb. So if you've been following my story on Instagram or Facebook, that's where I'm staying at her place. And then I do have another place, thank God I have another place. I'm rented for a month, like I told y'all, and that's coming up tomorrow, thank God. So I'm looking forward to that. Next chapter, Puerto Rico. Rachel's coming down here on the 9th. Looking forward to seeing her pretty ass. Just about, you know, time to have some fun, man. Time to rip it up. We're always working though. Like, we're always working. Like today, working on the snow and stuff. Like, I'm always working on one thing or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys see it. I'm always fucking busy with something. I never try to stay stagnant. Like, I came down south for the winter time because it's like I want to stay busy working out, and I feel like my cardio has gotten way better. Like, I can already run like 5 miles right now, and it's fine. Like. And it's all right with the whole mask mandate thing here. Like, the mask is fucking crazy here, man. Like, if you're caught in public without your mask on properly, like, you can get $100 fine. Like, which, like, I fucking hate mask mandates, man. Like, especially at the gym. I can deal with mask mandates anywhere except the gym. I fucking hate going to the gym and trying to work out with a mask on. It's fucking crazy. But, which brings me to the subject, like, I am super passionate now about, like, anti-vax. Like, if you want to get it because you think it's safe, like, that's on you, man. That's really on you. But by the masses, like, people are getting it here. And, like, I'm sure it's happening in Cali, whatever. But, like, people are thinking, like, oh, yeah, like, the vax, like, it's going to do this or do that for me. Or the news says we should get the vax, so let's get the vax. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? Can't you see this as a fucking experiment? Like, think back, like, back when they were trying to do, like, HPV fucking prevention or fucking AIDS prevention, and they were injecting people fucking, you know, running tests on them in Africa. And I guess they were doing that here in Puerto Rico at one point. The Puerto Ricans were fucking the lab monkeys for this or for that. What I know is that the biggest thing when it comes to COVID, vaccinated or not, is, are you in good shape? Do you eat healthy? The number one fucking thing for what's it called, COVID-19 immunization or whatever, to be healthy when you get COVID is fucking cardio. Like, do your fucking cardio every day. If you want to be healthy, do your cardio every day. That goes if COVID's here or not. Like, heart health comes from cardio. Simple as that. You can look fit, you can look great, but unless you do your cardio, like, lifting weights is actually fuck am I going? All right, there I am. Lifting weights is actually bad for you. Like, it's bad for your heart. I guess people don't know this, but, like, too much lifting weights increases your blood pressure. And when you increase your blood pressure, you increase your chance for fucking heart attacks. With that, guys, let me show you the view from this Airbnb. If anybody wants to stay here, let me know. I think it's $150 cash a night if we're doing cash, but give me 1 second. Oh yeah, one more thing. I think somebody's been just hating on these YouTube videos, man. They're like, I'm jealous of that Ken Lucas kid for being in Puerto Rico. I'm gonna key his car. Look at this. It's getting yesterday. I don't know where this happened or whatever. I just caught it. But you can barely see it, fuck. But this is a penis that somebody keyed into my car. Is it coming out? Not really, no. That's keyed in. Somebody keyed a fucking something. That's fucking crazy. Keyed a penis into my car. Probably because I'm a gringo. Like, it's fucking crazy to me, man. I'd never do that to somebody, no matter what. Like, I guess they'd have to do some fucked up shit for me to even think about doing that, but it must have been a kid or something. I used to be like, it's probably karma from all the times I used to throw eggs at people's houses and dumb shit like that growing up. Just karma. Oh well. Alright, we're back at it. Hopefully there's no fucking killer dogs out. Where the fuck's my stick? Let me grab my stick before I go back in that yard. It's funny because sometimes I'm like, why the fuck did I come to Puerto Rico? But then other times I'm like, this is pretty fucking sick. Like, look how beautiful that is. Maybe it doesn't look too beautiful, but here we go into the backyard. Dogs inside. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Hey. Alright, give me a second. Better not come after me. this. Dogs are fucking great. God, I've been fucking sick with it. Check it out. This is the view here. So fucking sick, right? It's always that loud beach sound here too. But it's like nice to sleep to, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. Fucking incredible. Incredible. Fucking maniac dogs. But with that, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more later.